It is a hard-fought win, and it's the first time we were able to finish a game under 5 points. That's a good experience for this group. I was particularly proud of several guys. Sam, I really challenged Sam coming back from Wichita State, and we had an emotional meeting, and I was so proud that he came to my office like a grown-up and wanted to express himself. And that door is always open, and we had a dialogue that was really, really grown up. And then he came out and responded today with a double-double and 4 offensive rebounds. And then I put Reek in the starting lineup for the first time. I felt like he earned it, the way he's practiced, the way he's played. And he wanted to start so bad coming here, but Keon beat him out. And he handled that well. And then he got his start. He got a career high today, and he rebounded the ball well and had a presence. And then Keon had an opportunity to handle it a certain way, and he did too. He had a career high in rebounds off the bench in 19 minutes. So it says a lot about those two. And then for Ricardo to impact the game in a way that we all know he's capable of, but in a game we needed to win, for him to be there in the game down the stretch says a lot about his growth as this season has gone along. So I'm really proud of the guys as a whole. Statistically, it wasn't one of our better games on either side of the ball, and that's a plus. That's good. We'll get better defensively here down the stretch, but to win a game like that was something I think this group really needed.
Tyreek said that he plays the same no matter if he comes off the bench or starts. What did you see out of him tonight, just in that different role, and if you saw any differences in his approach?
I did. I just saw, he started the game with a couple of finishes, but no, I think he's telling the truth there. That had he come off the bench, we'd have got the same thing, and I think the same is true of Keon. They've both been really productive. They've both kind of been splitting the minutes down the middle. That didn't change. We thought that Reek deserved the opportunity, and he took advantage of it.
Rebounding, huge advantage there, and then especially not just offensive boards, but then turning those into points.
Yeah.
Just how big is that, especially maybe when some shots aren't falling, to then get those opportunities?
That was a big key to the game because there's such a good offensive team, and we're playing hard, but the Cross just creates so many problems. He's handling the ball, he's in all these pick and rolls, and if you switch, he can take advantage of mismatches, and then if you make a mistake in the ball screen coverages, he makes you pay. They're just such a well-coached offensive team, and we needed to compensate in some other areas, and the rebounding was one of those things that we were able to do. And then we played a game with single-digit turnovers against a team that can really be disruptive with their defensive approach, and so we did some things that we needed to do in order to win this kind of game.
For Zurich down the stretch to make 4 clutch free throws, how important was that to see that finish for him? Getting put in those situations.
Last year it was a long walk to that free throw line for him. But I was more impressed. He's making free throws, so I expect him to make them now. I think that's behind him. He's a good shooter, and he's really been shooting the ball well from 3. I just thought he was going to make 5 or 6 of them today, the way he's been shooting it. But that's coming too. Like his 3-point shooting numbers are not indicative of what's ahead now. He's going to shoot the ball really well. I was most impressed with, he got his shot blocked a couple of times. He showed some frustration, and sometimes emotionally he could let that dominate his mindset for long stretches. And his recovery from some things that didn't go well, that recovery time is shorter now, and his poise down the stretch is what I'm really most proud of.
Kind of speaking of recovery time, just it's a disappointing result at Wichita State. Just what'd you kind of see from the guys in the days leading up to this one, how they kind of maybe were frustrated by that, but also went back to work?
Same thing every day. Like we that's not our problem. Like we're gonna practice well tomorrow. We're gonna practice well on Saturday. And then it's a matter of what we bring to the table. But we've always, for the last 3-4 weeks, I don't remember us having a day where they're not locked in. Sometimes I do something dumb with the practice plan that zaps the energy, and it's on me, and I can tell when I've done it. But by and large, as far as them, they've been terrific. But we talked the last 2 days about the difference between playing with passion versus emotion. And emotion is very fleeting. Passion is something that's sustainable. It's a commitment. There's conviction, something you really believe in, something you really cherish that you're trying to protect. And I'm looking for that. And we didn't have that on Sunday. We didn't play with great passion. We played like we were cool, like we've been playing hard. We're gonna go on the road. That team hadn't won in a while. We're gonna come out on top, instead of making it about us and our passion for what it is, this journey is that we're trying to accomplish. And we gotta find that. And we showed some of that tonight. And that's why the numbers cannot necessarily favor us, but the outcome can, because we did band together and find a way, and that's a good indicator for us.
Do you have an update on Jaheim Hudson and his status?
He's had an illness, so he was out with an illness. So I'm hoping he's, whatever he's doing in light of that it's getting him back to full strength. But he just had a tough couple of breaks here, with a couple of injuries, and then now being ill and not having him around the team so it doesn't spread throughout the team. You know how it is this time of year, the weather's changing and such. But he said he's starting to feel a little bit better, but he was really struggling yesterday.
How big can maybe the way they respond and the way they remember the Wichita State game be for this group moving forward? They kind of talked about this being a must-win game and kind of having that approach now a little bit, seeing what happens when they don't maybe bring it 100%.
Yeah, I just, I've said this to you guys before, every team has a one-season lifespan, and I think the urgency of having 10 regular season games left for Sam and Tariq and for our season and for this group that enjoys being together, that love one another, I think. And I think, everything has been a part of that experience. The Wichita State game, the North Texas game, the Arizona State game, you name it. All of those experiences are something that this team can learn from. So we're not going to dwell on that particular game. We respect the effort that Wichita State brought forth, and it gave us a nice little wake-up call. But like I said, they'll come tomorrow and Saturday with the appropriate effort, and then we're going to have to match whatever UAB brings on Sunday.
Anything else?